lovely yogis, how are you today? I thought I would do a class that centres very much on your upper body, loosening off shoulders and strengthening the arms. So I'm going to do a little posture today. If you have a belt, that's fantastic, or if you've got one of those long stretchy bands, that would be fantastic as well, or you can even use the belt of a dressing gown, right? But you just want something that's going to allow us to bring our arms back and forth over our bodies. So either a belt like this one, as you can get these a yoga belt, they're relatively cheap, you can buy them in most places, sports shops and things like that, or dressing gown belt, or one of the exercise bands as well. Exercise bands are a little bit more forgiving, okay, so that might be more preferable to you. You can also just get a whole bag of elastic bands, thick ones, tie them together so you've got something like that. Or you could maybe even get a couple of pairs of nylon tights and use them as well. Okay, so there's loads of different options open to you. It is only one little posture thing we're doing in any case, so don't worry too much if you haven't got it to hand. Okay, so we're going to start off first of all with checking in with ourselves again. Just taking a few moments to bring our attention to the breath. And just checking in with ourselves, just releasing the shoulders. Breathing nice and deeply, allowing the Buddha breath, the Buddha belly to expand. And just take your time with this moment. I know sometimes with a shorter class, we quite often try and rush through it because we're trying to fit it in with our day. But really, any time you can dedicate to yoga, whether it's 10 minutes, half an hour, make it your time. Okay, so we're going to open our eyes now. We're going to take our hands to the shoulders, okay? And we're going to make some big circles with the elbows. We're going to do 5 in one direction, just to start to loosen them off. And when you've done the 5, I want you to reverse and try and make as deep circles as you possibly can. You might hear a lot of crunching. I certainly have a lot of crunching in my shoulder. Okay, fantastic. Come back to the centre. Keep the hands on the shoulders with the elbows in line with the shoulders. And I just want you to do some opening up of the shoulder girdle and the thoracic area by swinging from side to side. Keep yourself nice and steady through the core. Good. Just keep going back and forward and just opening up. Breathing nice. And coming to stop now. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to do a nice circle with our neck. We're going to take our chin to the chest. I'm going to circle all the way around to the back and back to centre. And then we'll go the other way. So we're going to chin to the chest and around. All the way back to centre. Let's roll the shoulders. Just want to warm them up nicely. 3 times in one direction and then back. Okay, well done. Now bring the arms out. Okay, now I want you to release the shoulders so the shoulders are down but the arms are activated. So if you need to clench your fist to activate the tricep, then do so. Otherwise you should be able to hopefully do it just by activating the tricep by putting your mind to that, okay? And I just want you to do some nice circles here. Keep it steady. And just, if you're finding it fatiguing already, just take a break and then come back up. And just do a few. These are great little exercises for just toning up the arms, strengthening through the shoulders. Okay. And then I want you to reverse the motion, the circle of the other side. Okay, and 3, 4, hands down. Take the left hand off the mat a few inches, okay? And then just take the neck over to the right and allow the weight of the left arm. Just increase the stretch. Breathe nice and deeply. And then bring the head up, place the left hand down, lift the right. Do the same on the other side. Place the right hand down. Okay, place the right hand down, bring the left arm up and over. So we're now going to bring nice lengthening through the side of the body. And back. Now the right arm up and over. Breathe here. Other side. Inhale the left arm up. And then right and over. So you start to feel a nice stretch through the side of the body. Beautiful. Alright, let's do a nice warm-up twist. Arms up on the inhale. Exhale down, warm-up twist. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale the arms up and down the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Come back to centre. Okay, take the legs out in front, we'll point and flex the toes so we can warm up our legs, okay? And then we'll just do one more little arm strength before we come into doing some lovely planks, which of course, but they are fantastic in overall exercise of the body. So just circle the other way. Alright, so just before we go, what I'd like you to do, I'd like you to bring the heels and the toes together, sitting up nice and straight in that nice L shape. Just lift the kneecaps, so engage the whole of the legs. And then I want you to put the hands together in a prayer position in front of the heart chakra. And I want you to, while you're doing the legs, I want you to push the hands together strongly. But push the hands together. So you're engaging the whole of the shoulders, the arms. And obviously, how hard you push will reflect on the amount of strength that you build. So, you know, if you can't do it too hard, don't worry about it, just build it up. Some people have difficult, tight wrists, so another good thing to do is to keep them pressed together, but you can move your hands down towards the legs and then move the fingers towards the body, just to open up the wrists and the hands. So you can release the feet because that's quite uncomfortable, but keep the hands steady. For a few more breaths and then release. Good. And then just roll the shoulders. And you might want to roll your wrists out as well, just to give yourself a little shake out. Okay, right, cross over the legs. We're going to come into a tabletop. So what we're going to do first of all, though, just warming up the wrists, we're just going to come forward a little bit over the wrists and back, okay? Again, nothing too strenuous here. We're going to come forward and back and forward and back. Okay, and we're going to fan the hands out 90 degrees there, okay, from where you had them before. And again, we're just going to forward and back, nothing too much, take it very easy. You're just warming up the wrists. And then if you can, bring them a bit further down. You might only be able to bring them down another few sort of degrees on the clock face, so you might only get them to about 25 past. If you can get them at full 30 minutes from before, that's great, okay? But again, you're taking it really easy. You will not be going too far forward or too far back. This is a lovely way to open up the arms as well as the wrists. But you might only be here, and that's fine, okay? Just do what you can. Right, okay, so we're going to come forward. I want you to take the hands a little bit further forward, and we're going to come into a nice sort of half plank. So you want to have your hands a little bit further forward than directly underneath the shoulders, so that when you come forward and put weight on your hands, your shoulders are directly above the wrists, okay? So I just want you to come back and forward, putting weight on the hands and back. Use your core, just coming forward and back. Okay, let's do another 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, come back into extended child's pose for a few breaths here. I want you to try and reach the hands out as much as you can. So you're really stretching the shoulder socket there, breathing nice and deeply, bringing the chest down towards the floor. Now you can take the knees slightly wider, of course, if you need to. And just allow your body to relax and the spine to lengthen. Okay, right, we're going to come back up again. Place the hands again so that you can come and have a straight back with that half plank. This time we're going to do half chaturanga. Alright, so we're going to come down, I'm going to bend the arms, try to bring the chin to the floor, but keep the arms by the side, pushing up. This is quite tricky, so you might not get too far down, just a little bit like this would be fine. It's just to engage the arms, keep the elbows close into the body. Okay, so it's not a push-up, it's a chaturanga. You want your elbow, when it's bent, to be in line with the body. Okay, let's just do a few more of these. So you don't want your body so far down that you're like this. Okay, so the elbow's pointing up. You want it so that the elbow's in line with the body. Okay. Forward. This is an excellent exercise for building up strength and tightening up the arms. But again, just build it up and come as deep as you feel you can. Let's do another 2. Okay, and okay. Right, okay, bring the knees together. We're just going to come up and just do a nice circle with the arms up and down so we can just loosen off the shoulder. Loosening off the shoulder. Okay, so you want to now make a nice kind of, movement with the body, forward and back, so bring yourself a nice back bend into there. Let's do another 3. 2. Okay. 3. Okay, I think that was 3. I can't remember what this is. Is this a wee 4th? I don't know. Okay, coming back to centre. Just sit here for a couple of breaths. Relax. You can roll the shoulders out if they're just feeling a bit tight. Okay, so one of the best things for your shoulders and arms is a forearm plank. It definitely takes the pressure off the wrists in any case. So if you have problems with your wrists and full plank's a little bit difficult for you, then forearm plank is always a great alternative. So we're going to come forward. Now with a plank, you can do it obviously with your Sphinx positioning. I like to just bring my hands together as though I'm about to do a headstand. So what's really good to make sure that you're in the right position for this, so you have equal balance through the shoulders, is like a headstand preparation. Make sure your fingertips are in line with the elbows, and then rotate on the elbows, bring the hands together. Okay, then you are distributing that weight evenly through your shoulders. So the same can be said for forearm planks, in fact probably even more so if you do more of them. Okay, so again, that's how I position myself for my forearm plank, because then I know that there's equal weight through my shoulders and I'm not favouring one side or the other. Now, when you're in this position, obviously your core needs to be nice and strong. You want to try and push down with this long part of the arm into the floor. So you're lifting up as you're pushing down, if that makes sense. Hold steady. Now if you can hold this for a minute, you're doing really well, okay? Again though, if you lose your core, you're best to come down, readjust the core again, and then come up, okay? You want to be nice and straight here. But certainly if you need to put a little bit of a height in your bottom, better than a dip like so. Okay, straight is fine. Okay, keep it going. I haven't been counting a minute, so I'm going to just say another 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring your body to the floor. Release the hands into Sphinx, and we'll just stay into Sphinx for a little bit, just have a few breaths. So forearm plank is a really all over body exercise. It's fantastic and it will really strengthen all your body, not just your arms, obviously. But if you don't engage your core strongly in your legs, when you do it, you're going to feel a lot of the pressure on your arms and shoulders just to hold and maintain the posture. So if you can distribute that strength through the whole of your body, you'll find the posture so much easier as well. So it's always something to consider. Your core exercises, which we all don't really like, are essential in so many of these postures, and for overall strength, and obviously of course posture, which as we get older is really important that we maintain that strength. And the strength of the bones for osteoporosis and all these good things as well. So this is why yoga is so good, because it is an overall body exercise, and it does, every part of your body is utilised in a general practice, which is fantastic. This is why I love it so much. Okay, so again, we're going to bring our arms in that position again. We're going to come up and do another minute forearm plank, alright? And you can stay in Sphinx if you prefer, coming forward. Now you can either use your knees to come up, or if you're quite au fait, you can just come up with your core and you're going to hold again. So again, we're pushing down into the floor, so we're lifting our shoulders at the same time as we're pushing down our elbows into the floor. We're holding steady. Legs are strong, core is strong. Breathe. It's very easy when you're it's very easy to hold your breath when you're in positions like this, but try and avoid that and just hold steady. Okay, you're doing really well. Bring yourself down if you're struggling. You know what's right for you. Okay, I'm going to hold for another 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring your body down, come into your Sphinx position again, and take a few breaths just to relax yourself. If your lower back's really struggling, you can always just roll your legs in slightly or engage your glutes. That's a little bit of counter pose, balance, strength and protection, I should say. Breathing steady. Okay, we're going to bring the hands under the shoulders and we're going to roll ourselves back into extended child's pose. There's a nice counter pose to the Sphinx. And again, try and reach your hands out as far as you can so that you're really lengthening through the shoulder joint. Rest here. Okay, so we're going to bring ourselves up into downward dog from here. Because of course, again, downward dog is one of those universal postures which activates every part of the body and is engaging every part of the body, lengthening through. So just hold yourself here for a good 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I want you to walk your hands up to the feet. Now we're going to give our shoulders a little bit of a rest. We're just going to grab the elbows and we're just going to let ourselves hang here. You might need to bend your knees if your hamstrings are a bit tight. But just allow yourself to hang. You can really sway from side to side a little bit if you like. But just allow the arms and the shoulders to relax here. Okay, so they've had their little rest. Alright, so while we're here I want you to bend the knees now, okay? I want you to take the hands behind you and I want you to clasp the fingers together. And then I want you to roll the shoulders around so that your hands come behind your back. And I want you just to allow yourself to hang here. So you can roll the shoulders forward and back if they've just got a bit tight. Sometimes they get a bit stuck. So just roll them a little bit to release and then allow the weight of the arms to just increase that nice lengthening through, opening up of the shoulder joints. Breathe. And if you might feel that your feet and your legs are getting a bit tingly, that's okay. Just relax. Two, 3, 4, and 5. Bring them round. Well done. And then come down forward, bring your knees to the floor. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of side planks now. Now you can either do it with the full extended arm or you can come down to a forearm plank. It's up to you. Again, you'll know what's right for your wrist. So if you're coming round, you can bring both feet on top of each other or one foot in front, or you can have an assisted one by bringing that right leg in in front, okay? We'll do an assisted one just now because we're really concentrating on the shoulders rather than anything else. Okay? 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Bring that round. Of course, you can hold that for a moment if you wish. And then to bring your hand into the right at the centre. And again, come round again. Assisted would be bringing that left foot up and coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Bring that left hand down. Come back into a downward dog again. And we'll do another 5 breaths in downward dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Bring the knees to the floor and then come to a seated position. Okay. Right, I'm going to ask you to bring yourself, if you can, with your right leg over the left, knees in line with each other. Okay, but again, if you're needing to have your foot flat on the ground, that's okay. Or if you want to just come into a comfortable, cross-legged position, if that's right for you, that's fantastic. Just want to bring a little bit of hip opening and leg action in here. Right, so we're going to do a couple of little openers of the shoulders. So we're going to do half eagle pose, half Garudaasana. So I'm going to take the right hand underneath the left, cross over the elbows, bring the hands round, clasp the fingers, the palms together, sorry. I'm going to lift up. Okay. So that was right under the left, hands together. Lift the elbows up and you'll feel a nice stretch in the shoulder blades. Two, three, four, and five. Release the hands, okay? Then we're going to do the other side of the hands. So the left goes under the right now, and bring the hands round so that you're doing it the opposite way. Legs stay the same. Lifting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax the arms. Just roll the shoulders. Good. Okay, now I want you to swap the legs over. So that comes round and that comes over. Okay, so again, that's a nice glute stretch on the left buttock. Alright, this one, we're going to bring the right arm up and down our back, and the left arm up and try and grab our fingers. Okay, now I'm rubbish at this posture actually. My shoulders are actually always very tight. I had a couple of rotator cuff injuries, which has made this position very difficult for me now, which is why I need to practice it more. Okay, 4 and 5. Bring the arms round, bring that left arm down the back and up the right. Again, you might find that you can do one side easy enough. If you want to grab the belt, you can always help yourself along with this, okay? Just show you quickly. So, if you're not making it, you can use your belt like so, which will help just to hold your position in place, okay? It's also a good thing to try when you've got in the shower with some soap on you. You can quite often just manage to slide that arm up a little bit higher, and which helps any scar tissue in your shoulders. Okay, so fantastic. Bring that leg round again, and then just come into a comfortable cross-legged position for this next one. So we're going to take our belt. All right, now I want you to bring it so that it's not so long that taking your hands behind and forward is easy. You don't want it too short so that you have to bend your arms. You want to get it to a comfortable position where when your arms are up like this, they're straight, and that you can bring them back behind you, keeping them straight without it being too much of a stress. Okay, so we're just using the strength of the belt to go up and down our backs. Now this can be quite tricky for some people. Okay, so just take it easy. You might find it's easier with a sort of set of tights or the band that gives a bit of give in it than a straight one like I'm using. Just do a few, not too many. Okay, now this is quite nice at loosening off shoulders, and it kind of lengthens through the arm muscles. But again, you just want to get it right and don't force anything, okay? Okay, wonderful. So the belt's quite useful for certain things. It's always worth investing in one of them really, because they're not expensive. But we can use them quite a bit through different postures, either lifting legs up if you can't reach with your hand, things like that, so they're always good to get. Okay, so let's just finish off here with a nice arm up again. We'll come down to a nice warm-up twist. So lifting up just to allow the shoulders a little bit of space. It's always nice to put twists in your practice. 3, we'll go to 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back to centre, inhale up, and then down to this other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back to centre. Well done. Just give a nice wee roll of the shoulders, little sway through the hips, and just allow yourself to relax off. Your arms will feel it tomorrow, for sure. So just take it easy, of course. Maybe do your practice, maybe more concentrate on your legs, or an all-rounder if you're going to practice tomorrow. Okay, well done everybody. If you practice more of those things, you'll definitely build some strength in your arms and you'll get all these looking, nice and toned. See you next time. Oh, no, we've got to finish the class. So hands together, take a nice deep breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you. Always have to wish you peace. And I bow to the divine in you and me. Well done everybody. See you next time.